Croatia is a popular holiday destination, and away from the hot spots of Dubrovnik and Split along the Adriatic coast, there is much to see in this small but deceptively expansive nation of around 4 million residents. Remote but good roads lead to villages in every corner, where you can try new foods and wines, and learn of local traditions. With routes connecting historical sites, beauty spots, and national parks, here are some of the best road trips across Croatia. The distances provided are not direct between the start and end points, and assume some diversion to further explore each region. The Istrian Triangle start, Opatija, end, Pula. Distance, approximately 103 miles, 166 kilometers, allow 7 days. Istria, in Croatia's northwest corner, is often described as the Croatian Tuscany. The triangular peninsula stashes cultural and gastronomic riches that include renowned cheeses, wine, lamb, seafood, and prosciutto, to name a few. From the swanky resort town of Opatija, overlooking the Kvarner Gulf, catch the two-laner hugging the Mirna River and drive through the truffle-laden forests surrounding the town of Motovun. Head west to Porik with its UNESCO-recognized, 6th-century Euphrasian basilica before turning down coast past the Limski Canal, where mussels and oysters supply local restaurants, to Rovinj and its tangle of cobbled streets and ateliers framed by pastel buildings hanging above the water. The final leg rolls through the town of Vodnjan, famous for small production, world-class olive oil, before arriving in Pula and its intact Roman amphitheater and Temple of Augustus. The national park's route start, Plitvice Lakes, end, Krka National Park. Distance, approximately 220 miles, 355 kilometers, allow 6 days. Starting from Plitvice National Park, perhaps Croatia's most famous attraction, embark on an expedition to discover the country's natural soul in 5 of its 8 national parks. After strolling along boardwalks connecting Plitvice's pristine lakes and hidden rivers feeding awe-inspiring waterfalls, go east for cool ridge-top breezes in northern Velebit National Park. From here, atop the nation's most loved mountain range, panoramas include Adriatic sunsets reflecting against the Dinaric Alps. Go from peaks to epic gorges, canyons, and rock climbing in Paklenica National Park before getting into the island-hopping vibe. Leave the car in the town of Murter, in Kornati National Park, which protects 89 of the Kornati Archipelago's 140 islets. Finish in Krka National Park, where the 45-mile, 73 kilometers, Krka River and estuary house a fragile ecosystem and stunning waterfalls. Roman sites start, Zadar, end, Split. Distance, approximately 101 miles, 163 kilometers, allow 5 days. The drive across the northern half of Croatia's Dalmatia region is an incredible stretch of ancient ruins and sweeping Adriatic views. Start from Zadar with its UNESCO-listed Venetian-era defense walls, Roman-era forum, and millennia-old town layout. An hour down the road brings Šibenik, a seaside treasure with its own heritage site, St. James's Cathedral. Another hour, another UNESCO-listed destination, the gorgeous old town in Trogir, which has many intact and beautiful buildings from its age of glory between the 13th and 15th centuries. The road trip's terminus is one more internationally protected must-see, Roman Emperor Diocletian's Palace in Split, Croatia's largest coastal city. Castle Country start, Senj, end Kakavek. Distance, approximately 191 miles, 308 kilometers, allow 5 days. Croatia's northern edge, a castle-littered corridor, was once the stomping grounds for noble families. Start your ignition in Senj, where the 16th-century Nahaj Castle stands guard over the sea, before heading northwest to the 13th-century Ozagil Castle perched above the Kupa River. The capital Zagreb, where a medieval upper town joins with a park-strewn lower town, is a good layover spot and one of Europe's most walkable metropolises. An hour north takes you to the Tracoscan Castle, a 14th-century gem combining Romanesque and Gothic features. About 45 minutes east extends the journey to the Gothic Renaissance fortress in Varaždin and its namesake Baroque city. The city of Kakavek, under the Slovenian border, was home to the Zrinski family's lavish 16th-century abode, which today doubles as the regional museum of Metamurge. Driving through southern Dalmatia start, Split, end, Popovici. Distance, approximately 158 miles, 254 kilometers, allow 6 days. The Adriatic Highway, or Jadranska Magistrala, hugs the entire Croatian shore, but the Dalmatian coast between Split and Dubrovnik is the most popular stretch. Cliff-top views and white-knuckle turns make you feel as if you're flying over the sea. The islands of Brac, Vis, and Korčula glitter below you on a cobalt-blue horizon. A detour in the town of Djarvinik takes you on a 15-minute ferry. You can take the car on this one, to the less frequented eastern tip of Hvar Island. A turn-off onto the Peljasak Peninsula gives you a roadside seat for fresh oysters and some of the continent's best red wine. Definitely enjoy Dubrovnik's city walls, but after the crowds, continue south toward the Montenegrin border and the area known as Kanavla, which is famous for wine and the secluded Pasjaka beach outside the tiny town of Popovici. Slavonian road trip start, Požega, end, Ilok. Distance, approximately 128 miles, 207 kilometers, allow 4 or 5 days. You'll enter the realm of elite Croatian traveler by visiting the country's hardworking and salt of the earth eastern arm, Slavonia, which is bordered by the Sava, Drava, and Danube rivers. For generations, this fertile, oft-overlooked expanse, which stretches into the Pannonian Plain, has been the nation's breadbasket. Today, the history-soaked region, referred to as Vallis Aurea, or Golden Valley, by the Romans, is still one of the country's most important cultural synapses and gastronomic headquarters. A drive east across this lush, rolling, vineyard-dense landscape starts in the wine-centric towns of Požega and Kučevo before rolling through some of Croatia's most treasured destinations, Đakovo, and its 19th-century, neo-Romanesque red brick cathedral, and Osijek with its 18th-century citadel. Enjoy one of Europe's largest wetlands in the Kapaki Rit Nature Park, which is home to more than 290 bird species, before continuing to Vukovar and Ilok, straddling the Danube on Croatia's border with Serbia.